Okay, well, here we are, Friday afternoon after work. We're down at the farm. It's about 6 p.m. So here we have the Lincoln electric welder, Ranger 250. Just really using it for a generator today. It is a welder also, but I actually like my little Lincoln Weld Pack 100, which is about the biggest job this thing can actually handle. But hey, what are we doing? Well, you can see this is what the one side of the gate looks like on the Bullpen. This is what we did previously. So we're coming in here and we are mimicking this on this side, getting things cleaned up. So what did we do? Well, we came in here with the cutting torch and we notched using a template. Let me tell you what, guys, if you don't have one of these, this is the greatest thing since sliced bread, man. This clamps on. It allows you to get your template just right on what you're trying to do. Get your saddle, if you will, correct. And then once you cut your saddle with the cutting torch, you can come back with the grinder, clean it up. And you can see, that's a pretty tight saddle right there. Got a little bit of a gap, but hey, we'll run a couple of beads. A little bit offline, but you know what? It's okay. So you look down here, pretty straight. We cut this off for our end cap. We got everything ground. That's sitting in there very nice. That's sitting in there very nice. Should weld up pretty good. Now the pressure is on me to make this thing work. All right, more to follow, but just wanted to give you guys an update. That's what we're doing. We're working on the Bullpen and it's 95 degrees, but let me tell you what, there's a little bit of a breeze. And underneath this major pecan tree, it's not a bad place to work on a Friday afternoon. So, hey, more to follow. Hey everyone, here it is. Saturday afternoon, let's look at this. It is 7:20. Another full day. So what did we do, man? So yesterday we came in and we actually started welding the post. We set this particular post right here. You can see we got 3 8-foot vertical posts. We came back with a 15-foot top post, and the thought process is this thing's gonna finish out. We'll come back, hit it with Osfo Sherwin-Williams primer and paint, and that's kind of what it'll look like on the top. Same concept over here. We'll put one of these 12-foot preferred bull gates in here, and we'll look pretty good. So we did a first stab here on our T-posts. We just came in, we put them on 10-foot centers. And if you guys have never seen us drive T-posts, we use a tractor. And on the front of Dale's Kubota, underneath the where the quick connect is, he welded a piece of heavy duty angle iron in there. So it's like a 1/2-inch thick metal on the bottom of that crossbar. And it's like 4 inches wide. And what we do is we take a 2 3/8 piece of pipe that's actually basically 50 inches long. And we slide the pipe over the T-post, and then we put the T-post in the position we want. We come up there with the bucket. He pushes down on the T-post, and the T-post slides inside of the pipe until it hits the top. And each pipe, in theory, is a perfect 50 inches tall. So pretty neat concept, 6.5-inch post. Problem is, this time of year, this old Texas soil, there's only 2 in-betweens. It's either extremely dry or extremely wet. And when it gets extremely dry, this ground is like concrete. And so we had some problem with some of these posts, and there's some clay soil underneath here. So some of these posts, we just couldn't get in the ground. So we'll have to come back and hit them with that heavy duty Widowmaker driver that we have. But all right. So to recap, what are we doing? So here's the main entrance to telephone 2. So we're coming in here and we're putting in what's called a Bullpen. And you can kind of see what this thing looks like. And a pretty decent little size, you know, piece of land. We got a gate on each end. That way if you want to put, you know, hay in on one end while the cattle are on the other, or vice versa, or whatever you want to do. We got 2 gates. I'm a big fan of gates. I don't think you can ever have enough. Plus one day I may come back and subdivide that pen and put 2 pins in there, make 2 out of it. But right now, that's what we're doing. So this morning, I was literally here at, what was it? 5:50 this morning. It was still pitch black, but I was out here laying out my stuff, getting all my supplies ready. And basically we started welding this morning while it was nice and cool, because this end of the pin was in the shade. You can see it's in the sunlight right now. But these posts on this side of the trap, those 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, those 6 posts are very, very hard to get in the ground. So I got a little work to do. Now I have a piece of PVC pipe that's the exact height I want for all the posts. I'll come back and fine tune these T-posts, make sure they're all that height. So these are on 10-foot centers, and we're gonna come back in between each one of the 10-footers and put a wood post, mainly because I've got them. And why not use them? Because this is a bullpen, so we don't want that bull to even attempt to try to push through anywhere. And we use this same concept up here on the trap. So we'll walk up here and take a look at this. So on the trap, the nice thing about it was we put the T-post on 10-foot centers. So you can see right here. And then we came back, and in between each T-post, we put a wood post. So that fence right there has a lot of integrity to it, especially when you've got metal on each end, and you've got wood and metal T-post. This thing has a lot of strength to it. So the good news is I don't think the bulls are gonna push through it. 6 strands of barbed wire and all is good. One thing I do want to show you, and if Sheffield is paying any attention to this and they're looking to sponsor anybody, hey guys, you should reach out to me. But here at Heritage Farms, we only use Sheffield wire products, made in the USA, 12.5 gauge barbed wire. These have 4 points on 5-inch spacing. Normally, we use 2-point wire because our cattle are pretty calm, and if you have a good fence, they're really not gonna get out. However, with bulls, you just never know. So having 4 points on the barbed wire makes it a lot more difficult to deal with. The odds of me getting cut are much greater. However, once we get it installed, the odds of a bull pushing on it are much, much decreased. So there you go, guys. Bullpen project, telephone 2, Saturday night. Had about all the fun I can handle. The heat and humidity is just unbearable. We worked early in the morning up until about 10 or 11. Then we took a break, ran and got our supplies today, and now we're back at it and just wrapping up for the afternoon. So worked about an hour and a half this afternoon, and that's about all I can handle. So the heat is draining. So tomorrow I'm gonna get up, go feed the cattle, do a quick drive-by, check everybody out. From there, load back up, and we're going back to the corporate offices. Gonna spend some time around the swimming pool and try to enjoy life a little. Hey, glory be to God. Talk to you guys soon. Hey guys, come on, let's get some food. So I love this part of it. So, you know, I wish I could feed these guys more, but so these are 4 fall heifers that we had, and I think I've told the story before. If not, I'm gonna give you the quick version. So the 2 white-faced ones in here have a really, really good pedigree. They are, hi girl, what's up? Hi. So that's a registered Simmental Angus. The other white-faced one back here is registered Simmental Angus. The 2 black ones are commercial heifers that we've had, that we picked up. And so just a nice little group of ladies. I kind of like them. I like them a lot, actually. Hi girls. And this is their favorite time of the day because they know they're about to get fed. So I'm gonna set the camera down for 1 second and feed these girls. Hold on. Okay, well now you can kind of see what we're feeding. This is the kind of grain that we're feeding. And let me tell you what, it's like crack. They love it. They come running. And this is what we use to get the cattle to follow us wherever we want to go. And it does a good job. So right now we just actually give these girls here, you know, there's pretty good little grass in this pen, so they're able to be pretty self-sufficient. Of course, anytime you wean cattle, you know, they lose a little weight when they get off their mom. They have to learn to start eating on their own. The good news is us feeding grain to the herd on a regular basis as calves, they start to learn the process and get in there, and they get a bite every once in a while. So it makes weaning a little bit easier on them. And there you go. So I'm pretty happy with these girls. So these are December calves, all 4 of them. So December of 2020. So these girls are right now basically 8 months old. So pretty good looking set of heifers to be 8 months old. I'm happy with them. And we're gonna wean our cattle here probably a little bit earlier than normal. Normally we wean on Labor Day, but I've got a trip coming up, and then also just the way the grass situation is and the size of our calves, they're really big this year. So I feel pretty good that most of these calves can be weaned. So we're probably gonna wean on like August 15th, a couple of weeks early. We're gonna assess the situation, figure out what we wanna do, and we'll make up our mind and go from there. I'll give you an update on the fence project here shortly, and more to follow. Okay, well, here it is. You know, the weekend, we're getting ready to wrap it up here pretty soon. So one of the things I always try to do is I try to take, if it's only even 10 minutes or 20 minutes or 30 minutes, I always try to make the property look better. So if I've got a burn pile that's not completely burned and I can consolidate that into another burn pile, that's what I'm gonna do. So that's kind of what the what's on deck here right now is we got one burn pile that we had part of it that didn't burn, and so I'm gonna consolidate that into another one. I mean, after all, I only have like 30 burn piles around here, so I'm trying to work through these the best I can. So, all right, more to follow, but hey, we got the new Holland 5060 and doing a little tractor work this morning. Well, you know me, what's a weekend without doing a little bit of cedar damage or management? You know, we're doing a little bit of land clearing. So once again, there's my approach. Anytime you can spend an hour and knock something out, let's get it done. So we're just piling up the brush, consolidating, getting these into like manageable burn piles, or if you call, I don't know if you guys remember the old Texas A&M bonfires they used to have, which were kind of legendary. That's what we're working on. So there you go. Eventually I'm gonna call it quits, but hey, I'm kind of having fun right now. And I do enjoy trying to get this cedar fence row out. So more to follow.